Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The NFL world just exploded with one of the biggest moves in recent memory. The Chicago Bears have officially completed a blockbuster trade with the Cleveland Browns for superstar edge rusher MYLES Garrett. Yeah, you heard that right. MYLES Garrett, the face of Cleveland's defense, is heading to the Windy City. Reports started swirling late last night, and now multiple sources have confirmed it. The Bears and Browns finalized the deal early this morning. This isn't just another trade. This is a seismic shift in the league's power structure. The Bears, desperate to solidify their defensive identity and take advantage of a rising young offense, just added a generational talent to their roster. Garrett, who's been one of the most dominant defensive players since being drafted first overall in 2017, brings raw power, freakish athleticism, and leadership. Chicago fans woke up to the kind of news that instantly changes expectations for the season. This isn't a rebuild move. This is a win-now signal. Everyone's already asking the same question. How on earth did the Bears pull this off? The details are still emerging, but insiders claim the Bears gave up a king's ransom to make this happen. According to early reports, the package sent to Cleveland includes multiple first-round picks, a second-rounder, and possibly a key defensive starter. The Browns, who were facing tough salary cap decisions, apparently saw this as their best opportunity to reset and build for the future. For Chicago, it's a gamble, but one that could completely transform their defense overnight. Garrett's arrival instantly elevates their pass rush to elite territory, pairing him with young defensive talents like Montez Sweat and Jervin Dexter. Imagine the chaos opposing quarterbacks will face. This move screams ambition from the Bears' front office, especially after years of frustration and underachievement. Fans have been begging for a bold step, and this one fits the bill. Still, no one can ignore the massive risk. Chicago has mortgaged a big part of its future for one player, even one as great as Garrett. But that's the price you pay when you want to change your franchise's destiny. Rumors suggest this deal has been in quiet discussion for weeks, hidden behind layers of secrecy to avoid leaks that could derail negotiations. Apparently, Bears GM Ryan Poles initiated contact shortly after the preseason ended, intrigued by murmurs that Cleveland might be listening to offers for some of their top veterans. Garrett's name was never supposed to be part of that conversation. Yet somehow, through persistence and a bold vision, Poles convinced the Browns to talk. Those inside sources describe a negotiation full of late-night calls, shifting demands, and moments where it all seemed to collapse. But the Bears never backed off. They saw a rare chance to bring in a player who could anchor their defense for years and change the locker room culture. Garrett, known for his discipline, intensity, and off-the-field leadership, fits the identity Chicago has been trying to reclaim since the glory days of Ehrlicher and Briggs. The Bears wanted someone who could make opposing offenses fear Soldier Field again, and they found him. For Cleveland, this is bittersweet. They're losing their franchise cornerstone, the man who carried their defense and embodied their grit through countless ups and downs. MYLES Garrett wasn't just their best player. He was their heart. But sources close to the organization claim that Garrett had grown frustrated with the team's inconsistency and wanted a fresh start. Despite public loyalty, behind closed doors there was tension about scheme changes and direction. The Browns, already tied up with Deshaun Watson's massive contract, found themselves squeezed by the cap. Trading Garrett clears space, opens flexibility, and gives them valuable draft capital to rebuild around younger, cheaper talent. It's the end of an era in Cleveland, and perhaps the beginning of a new one. But fans are split. Some understand the move as business. Others are heartbroken, feeling like their team just traded away its soul. In Chicago, the energy is completely different. The city is buzzing. Social media is on fire, and fans are dreaming big again. After years of false dawns, quarterback chaos, and defensive regression, this trade feels like a spark of hope. Garrett brings instant credibility, the kind of player that changes how opponents game plan. He's not just a sack machine. He's a presence, a tone setter. Imagine him leading that defense in a Lambeau Field to face the Packers. The rivalry just got a whole lot meaner. Local reporters are already drawing comparisons to the Khalil Mack trade back in 2018, but this feels even bigger. Garrett is younger, arguably more dominant, and arriving at a time when Chicago's offense finally shows signs of life. If the Bears can put it all together, the NFC North might be in for a major shakeup. Now, here's where the real intrigue begins. What's next for both franchises? The Bears are all in. There's no denying it. The front office has declared its belief in this core and is willing to bet the future on winning now. But the Browns? They've got some serious explaining to do. The fan base is stunned, and ownership must justify why they let go of a generational star. Did Garrett quietly ask out? Did internal disagreements push him away? Or was this just a cold, calculated move by a front office looking long-term? Until those answers come out, speculation will run wild. Either way, this trade has reshaped both teams overnight. It's the kind of move that defines legacies for players, coaches, and executives alike. The reactions around the league have been electric. Coaches, analysts, and players can't stop talking about it. Some see it as a genius move by Chicago, an aggressive strike to take advantage of their young core and weak division. Others think it's a reckless gamble that could backfire if Garrett gets hurt or the team fails to contend immediately. But there's no denying it. This is the kind of trade that reminds everyone why the NFL offseason is pure theater. The Bears fan base, long tortured by mediocrity, finally has a reason to dream again. Their defense could be terrifying, their locker room re-energized, and their front office finally respected. For the Browns, it's the opposite: confusion, frustration, and uncertainty. Losing Garrett means losing their defensive identity, and unless those draft picks turn into stars, the team could regret this for years. The NFL thrives on stories like this, and right now, Chicago is the center of the sports universe. One fascinating angle is how this changes the Bears' internal dynamics. Garrett's arrival elevates expectations across the board, especially for head coach Matt Eberflus, who now has no excuse. The defense must produce, and Garrett's presence eliminates any room for underperformance. It also impacts the young players around him, who now get to learn from one of the best in the business. His work ethic is legendary, and teammates have called him a perfectionist who never takes a rep off. That attitude could be contagious in a locker room that's struggled with consistency. For the offense, it's pressure in a different way, because if the defense dominates, they need to capitalize. No more excuses, no more almost seasons. The Bears just told the world they expect to win, and everyone in that building knows it. This isn't just about stats or hype. It's about changing the culture from the inside out. The emotional side of this story can't be ignored either. Garrett leaves behind a city that adored him, fans who watched him grow from a promising rookie into a superstar. His farewell message, posted just hours after the trade announcement, hit hard. He thanked Cleveland for 7 years of loyalty, love, and lessons, and said he'll always carry a piece of the city with him. But you could sense the excitement, too. He's ready for a new challenge. In Chicago, he'll wear number 95 again, and that jersey's already flying off shelves. There's something poetic about him joining a franchise with such defensive history. The ghosts of Bears legends, Dent, Singletary, Ehrlicher, Mack, all seem to be watching as Garrett takes up the mantle. The city that prides itself on toughness just got a new symbol of it, and fans are embracing him like one of their own before he's even taken a snap. What's truly wild is how this changes the NFC picture. The Bears, who were seen as rebuilding, are suddenly a team nobody wants to face. If their offense keeps developing and Garrett leads the defense to elite status, they could be legitimate contenders. Analysts are already reworking their power rankings, and some bold predictions even put Chicago as a dark horse Super Bowl candidate. It's early, but that's how impactful this move feels. For a franchise that's struggled to stay relevant for decades, this is a statement of intent. They're tired of being the underdog. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, whispers of internal tension are growing louder. Reports suggest some players are furious, feeling blindsided by the trade. Leadership in the locker room is now a question mark. It's hard to replace a presence like Garrett, not just on the field, but in spirit. Behind the scenes, both teams are bracing for what comes next. The Bears will face enormous media attention, every practice scrutinized, every defensive stat compared to last year. Garrett himself will have to live up to immense expectations, and he knows it. His reputation as a disciplined professional suggests he'll handle the pressure, but the Chicago market can be brutal when things go south. For the Browns, the spotlight turns to GM Andrew Berry. The success or failure of this trade will define his tenure. If those draft picks become cornerstones, he'll be hailed as a visionary. If not, this could be remembered as the day Cleveland lost its identity. Both franchises are now tied together by this moment, their futures intertwined by a single decision that stunned the football world. So here we are, watching history unfold in real time. The Myles Garrett trade isn't just a transaction. It's a narrative, a drama, a symbol of what makes the NFL so addictive. For Chicago, it's hope reborn. For Cleveland, it's heartbreak and uncertainty. For the rest of us, it's pure theater, the kind of twist no one saw coming. Fans will debate it for years. Who won, who lost, and what it all means. But one thing's for sure. The league just got a lot more interesting. The roar from Soldier Field will sound a little louder now. The hits will land a little harder, and every quarterback in the NFC just felt a chill down his spine. The Myles Garrett era in Chicago has begun, and the football world can't look away. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The ripple effect of this trade goes far beyond the field. Chicago's front office has suddenly become the talk of every sports show, praised for its boldness and vision. But make no mistake, bold moves like this come with consequences. With Garrett's massive contract now on their books, the Bears will have to make tough financial decisions down the line. Extensions for key young players like Jalen Johnson and Darnell Wright could get complicated, and it's possible some fan favorites won't be re-signed. Still, the message is crystal clear. The Bears are tired of being careful. They're swinging for greatness, even if it means risking long-term comfort for short-term glory. And honestly, that's what fans have been craving, a front office with the courage to go all in. You can sense the energy across Chicago, from downtown to the suburbs, as fans gear up for what feels like a new era. The team's identity is shifting from cautious to fearless, and Garrett's arrival symbolizes that transformation perfectly. The Bears aren't just playing football anymore. They're chasing legacy, and this trade might be the spark that ignites something unforgettable. The locker room reaction has been fascinating too. Players have described a mix of shock and excitement, realizing they'll now share the field with one of the NFL's most dominant forces. Montez Sweat reportedly texted Garrett immediately after the announcement, calling him the missing piece. Coaches say the atmosphere at Hallis Hall feels electric. There's a buzz of purpose, like everyone understands the magnitude of what just happened. It's not every day that a team goes from rebuilding to competing in a single stroke, but this trade might have done just that. Garrett's leadership and relentless work ethic could lift everyone's performance. Even the offensive players are thrilled, knowing they'll now practice daily against an all-world pass rusher. It sharpens the team from the inside out. Chicago's defensive coordinator, Alan Williams, was seen grinning ear to ear during interviews, hinting at how creative he plans to get with his new weapon. It's a rare mix of strategy and emotion, the kind of move that injects life into an entire franchise. The Bears' locker room, once uncertain, now believes again. And as for Myles Garrett himself, insiders say he's already embracing the Chicago mindset, gritty, passionate, and relentless. He's reportedly been in constant communication with teammates, planning off-season workouts and community events before even setting foot on the practice field. That's classic Garrett, a competitor who sees himself as more than just a player. He wants to inspire a city. His introductory press conference, scheduled for Friday, is expected to draw massive media coverage, and fans are planning to flood Soldier Field just to welcome him. It's the kind of anticipation you only get when a true superstar arrives. For years, Chicago has dreamed of a player who could embody its spirit, someone who blends power with humility, dominance with leadership. Garrett seems to fit that mold perfectly. The city thrives on defense, on grit, on fight, and now they have a face for it again. Whatever happens next, this moment will be remembered as the day the Bears stopped waiting for greatness and went out to claim it. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.